Hi, and welcome back to the Spanglish Show with your host, Nelson Martinez. Thank you so much for tuning in, following us, and even sharing. I really appreciate that. We've got something going on here, let me tell you. You'll recall I'm the retired anchor with Diane Anderson. Well, I couldn't sit still. I'm interviewing people. If you've watched the previous episodes from my webpage, nelsonmartineztv.com, you'll find what we've done so far since Thanksgiving of 2024. We've been posting stuff like this, and you'll find them very interesting. And I've always wanted to interview this next guest of mine, extraordinary man. Let me introduce you to the guy who everybody in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and beyond knows because he is in the biz of making music so beautifully and letting people hear it melodically, if you will. Please, and let me introduce you to Mr. Mark Padilla, the one and only Mark.
How's it going? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. You, for the longest time, have been in my interest of people who should be interviewed. You've got a story. You've been in the biz forever, and now look where we are. We are in Lesmen's Light and Speaker Room.
Yeah, we're in our speaker room. We do speakers, we do lights, demos here. We probably got definitely the biggest light demo room in the state. We've been here since 1984.
I was going to ask.
That's when I purchased it.
Wow.
And Don Lesmen had it in the 50s, so it's been over
I remember
70 years.
Yeah, it's 70 years. This is a landmark.
Yeah,
It is a landmark.
It's been at this location since 2001, and it was down the street about 4 blocks.
And, I was saying to Mark time and again that, people drive by and they wonder. And now it's an opportunity to let you know exactly what's in this treasure house. Because if you're a musician, you've got to know about this place. And the light entertainer and all of that sort of thing.
Sure.
So you've been at it for quite a while.
Yeah, quite a long time. We've done good here. It's been a great location for us. Lomas is a busy traffic area.
Okay, see.
I bought it from Don Lesmen, which had a lot of history himself. He was a musician, played a big band all over the country. He was well known.
How lucky you stumbled upon this. Did you
Yeah.
know him before you
No.
did this thing? You just happened to see it in the Thrifty Nickel or something?
You're about right, really.
Really?
I owned a pawn shop on Central and 47th when I was 20 years old.
Wow.
And I always wanted to be in the music business, but I thought the pawn shop would be it. But I bought a lot of gold and diamonds and stuff like that. So
Mira.
But anyway, I was looking at the Thrifty Nickel or the Journal ads, and I saw a music store for sale. I said, let me call this guy up.
Yeah.
And it was his broker. Talked to him for a while and struck a deal and bought the place. It cost a lot of money, but it was well worth it.
Oh, but
Paid
for
the name.
you, pocket change.
Not when I was 20. I was like, I scraped
You were
every
20
penny.
years old and you got this
I
place.
was 23 when I bought this place, but
Good
I
Lord.
was, I had to scrape every penny I could get from
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah.
To
And
make it happen.
sometimes people think, well, he's lucky.
Yeah, he's from a rich family.
Yeah, right.
We're brought up, poor.
Frijoles, tortillas.
Frijoles, beans, but the best cooking at home in the world.
Absolutely, here.
Yeah.
So this is fabulous, though, to know how many people appreciate your talents. You're an editor.
Yeah.
And to be upfront with the whole deal is, as I had got to know Mark here, I said, this man is so talented. I want to plead. Would he be an executive producer for this podcast? And lo and behold, I got the blessings. Oh, thanks, Mark.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Anyway, before I get too crazy here, no, I appreciate it. Gosh, you can't make it without the help of people. And if your karma is to meet super talented people, this is the man. So anyway, everybody knows him. Sorry, you're just fantastic.
Thank you.
And
thank
no,
you.
well, that's no smoke up. It's really to me. I'm so impressed. I want to take a little tour a little bit later on of this
sure.
fabulous place. This is a museum.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like this right here, we have our new line of speakers we just came out with. They're called MCP, which stands for More Creative Power, and they sound really amazing. We haven't even really sent them out to the public really yet. This is our prototypes. We'll have stock in about 3 weeks. Wow. And amazing speakers. But we have a really beautiful demo room here.
Well, wait a minute now. MCP. I think it's better. Mark Christopher Padilla.
Yeah, that's it too. It's a dual acronym.
Dual acronym.
Yeah, so it's real nice. We carry these speakers. We carry all these other brands on this side that we'll show you on some B-roll.
Okay.
We have RCF. We have Mackie. We carry Avante. A bunch of really good lines. We carry QSC, Yorkville. bunch of lines of speakers. We sell a lot of speakers.
You lost me in the MCP speakers, but anyway,
Yeah.
they all sound fantastic.
Yeah.
And the thing I like, and by the way, if I may be upfront, this is not an infomercial, okay? This is an interview. I've just been curious to see what this man does and his family and all these workers that are super dedicated to this trade, if you will. And so here we are explaining it, and we're going to hear some. Well, in fact, let us take just a pause here, get a commercial in, and we'll come back to hear some fabulous sounds. Don't go away from the Spanglish Show with Nelson Martinez. And today, Mark Padilla. Ahua. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hi there. The Spanglish Show with Nelson Martinez proudly welcomes our new sponsors. That's right, La Mexicana Tortilla Company. Oh boy, it'll bring you the greatest food and taste and service every time. Thank you to you and Flor de las Flores Dispensary, your go-to spot for care and good service. Thank you. Gracias for supporting our show and community. Really nice to hear that. Stay tuned and stay connected.
Introducing the exciting new line of MCP power speakers. Built for musicians and DJs, these speakers deliver incredible sound and serious power. MCP equals more creative power, designed to elevate your performance and bring your sound to life. Plus, when you purchase any MCP speaker, you're automatically enrolled in our free 1-year loaner program. That's right, peace of mind on us. Come hear the difference. MCP power speakers, made for those who move the crowd.
Okay, welcome back to the Spanglish Show with Nelson Martinez. So happy that you've following us and all of that sort of thing and sharing. And today is a very interesting interview, I think. At least he's very interesting to me. And, you know, I'm sure we share the same deal here. This is Mark Padilla, as I was telling you before the break. And we're in the Lesmens lighting speaker room, if you will. Yes. And I want to ask you, Mark, again, welcome to the show. What in the world do regular people buy lights for? I mean, you have lights for everything.
Yeah, we cater to the DJs, we carry to the nightclubs, we carry to the casinos, anybody that needs to get illuminated. We also carry lights for the film guys. So if you're going to shoot a movie, if you need to shoot podcast at home, we have green screen stuff, we have podcast lights, we have really good microphones for all the stuff you'll need. We carry these lights in here. This room are mainly for DJs, bands, and casinos and churches.
So when I walk into the studio, you have lights that could be flashing like crazy. Look, the stars here.
Moving around, spotlights, lasers, everything. Yeah, everything.
You know, it's funny, but one of your workers was demonstrating. You even have this confetti that blows out all over the place. It looks like
confetti
flames.
Cannon. Yeah.
And it's called what?
Confetti cannon.
Confetti, well, of course.
So what it does is shoots confetti and makes a big mess, but as long as you don't have to clean it.
But it looks party. Oh,
yeah,
it's so
party,
cool.
party.
Oh, my
we
gosh.
have some other items, too, that we do in our rentals, and we sell them. They're like a big sparkler effect. It looks like it's a sparkler.
Well, I've seen those,
Yeah.
and I wonder, wow, that's dangerous.
It's called cold spark.
Cold
Because it's
spark.
cold, but it looks just like a sparkler.
So it won't light anything on fire.
You don't need
huh?
pyro license or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
good deal.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's tragic at some of the concerts way in the past.
You see a curtain go up and
Yeah, I saw that.
tear
And
up
one
the
of those.
whole
Oh
place.
my God, it was tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic for sure. But anyway, back to this wonderful kingdom you have built. It's anything that somebody might, if you have a little passion or whatever for music, but you want to start out good equipment, no?
Right. Oh yeah.
You don't want some tingy thing, although it's okay. Thank you, Grandma.
If you're in a band, you want to get the best you could afford.
Yeah.
You don't want to, we don't want to oversell you neither. Because if you think you want to expand, you want to get better and better. Like I'll give you an example. There's a band called the Pink Flamingos. They started buying stuff from us, and they started buying smaller stuff, and then they bought some really good lights. So back then they were charging $1,500 for a show. Yeah. And then they bought some nice lighting. They start charging $2,500 for the show. Then they bought a nice backdrop. They put a backdrop for the band.
Oh, of
They
course.
start charging $5,000 for the show. So then everything started growing as they grew the equipment. So as you grow your equipment and you grow your show, everything gets better and better. So now I think they were charging the last $25,000, $30,000 a show.
Jeez,
So that's a big difference. Obviously to do that kind of show, they had a bigger bigger
venue or
a lot of people working for them.
Oh, sure,
to make
sure.
it happen.
That's
But it's
right.
kind of nice when you see people grow like that.
It is nice, and that's what I'm telling you, that to see a success story right before you, you can't help but say, hey, can I talk to you, and can you share some of the stuff, that the little secrets maybe, because there are people that are in their soul of souls, entrepreneurs,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe this is what they want to do.
Yeah, they do. And there's people that have worked for us that have done really well also, like really, really well. There's a guy named Prem Akaraju, which he lives in, I think, California now. He would live more in New York. He moves back and forth.
Yeah.
But he owned Wedded Digital, which was the people that did Avatar movies and big time stuff. We have another guy that worked in our studio here. His name is Skylar Mones.
Skylar what?
Mones.
Mones.
He lives in California now, but he produced Bruno Mars. He produced Dua Lipa, if that's the way you pronounce it. He produces a lot of major acts, and he's doing well. There's a lot of people that have made it really, really good that have worked for us too. Which
There
is
you
kinda
go.
cool.
That's a feather in your hat.
Well, we've been around a long time. We've been
Wow.
here since the '80s, you know. So
And you're still kicking and
still doing it.
taking names, as they say.
I love doing it. I love my job.
Oh, I can tell
Yeah.
you shine. You
Yeah.
know, some of the people that I've interviewed, the same deal. Like just recently, Vicente Griego.
Oh, yeah.
He has a spirit about
He
him
has
and
a
the whole
spirit,
thing.
yeah.
And he knows you, and you
Yeah,
know him,
yeah.
and you know that connection of good music vibes
Right.
and the family kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're here to serve per se, and you
Yeah.
give such good advice. I was in the showroom one day when a
Right.
customer or potential customer came in asking
Yeah.
about a speaker, and
Yeah.
one of your employees just went off and every bit of information
Yeah.
that you could think of.
Try and show as much detail as you can. And our employees are well knowledgeable on all the equipment. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I really strive to have is people that are knowledgeable.
That's the ticket. That's very lucky.
Yeah.
But this is a good place to work for. Can I apply?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sort of a musical enthusiast per
Oh,
se,
yeah.
but that's as far as it goes. If it doesn't have a prompter, forget about it. But seriously, I know that if you practice every day on anything,
Yeah.
you can't help but get better.
You get better. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you're not wasting your time.
Yeah.
And what an opportunity to come here and pick out your musical instrument
Yeah.
per se, or at least the speakers.
Speakers are, because right now we don't carry as many musical instruments as we do. We still carry used gear in the back. We carry used guitars and everything else. But our primary focus now is speakers, lighting, microphones, mixers, all the stuff for audio.
As we walk through here, I am so amazed. It's a museum, and you work with the New Mexico film industry,
Yes, yeah.
correct?
Yeah, all the time.
So they call you and say, "Hey, we want a microphone from the 1950s,"
Yeah.
and bada bing, there
And we'll
you
show you
are.
our prop room in the back in a little
In
bit.
the prop room. My God, what a fun place!
Yeah, it's fun. We got the prop room. We'll show you the green screen room upstairs.
And green screen. That means I could go on,
anywhere.
be another news guy, huh?
Yeah.
Let's find a desk.
Put you on the weather.
And on the weather, hey, nothing's changed. There comes a granizo or whatever. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do a program from right here.
Right here.
And with the technology these days,
Yeah.
you put it up to the internet, and
Up
the
right away.
green screen, you've got a little control room that
Right,
you can,
exactly.
build me a news desk. Well, that's the way it is. Tuesday, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's right.
that's Walter Cronkite, in case you couldn't recognize that. No, but this is a real nice opportunity for young folks,
Yeah.
or old folks too, like
Yeah.
me, that can buy a speaker and go entertain
We cater
yourself.
to everybody.
Well, I must say, I actually purchased a speaker. I don't even know where that.
Yeah.
Where it's a Wi-Fi thing
Yeah,
and a
Bluetooth and all
microphone,
that.
Bluetooth, and you can even play your phone on it or
Yeah,
your music
yeah.
you have, and a cappella even.
Yeah,
That's exciting
The
today.
technology is so nice and it's smaller.
And there's no excuse for anyone not trying it out if they have
Right.
that
Had that itch to do it.
curiosity. Yeah.
There's so many. New Mexico has some talented musicians.
Amen.
And what's nice is they come in here, we get to talk, and I see history and stuff like that. I'm also president of the New Mexico Music Hall of Fame, which is real nice because I get to meet a lot of the Hall of Famers that have done well in the state and have done great for New Mexico.
We kind of have a connection here because, in all honesty, just to reveal the fact that I'm also a music commissioner, or on the
yeah.
commission for the music industry here in New
Right,
Mexico, the
right.
governor's cultural arts program.
Yeah.
And that's our intent, is to, like you say,
Yeah.
find those youngsters who are so passionate about what they're going to
Right.
learn, there's assistance.
Yeah.
There's monetary assistance, grants, all that sort of thing.
And we'll put the website up.
Yeah,
on this
for the
also.
website, and,
Yeah.
and you can apply for a grant if you're sponsored by a nonprofit. That's
Yeah,
the key.
yeah, that's the key,
Nonprofit,
nonprofit.
and helping you out the best we can
Awesome.
as a
That's
unit,
good. That's great.
as a society,
Yeah.
and a government thing, and
Anything you can do for the youth and get them involved. is
help.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's good.
because as you learn, you can't do it alone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, the more you look, this podcast, I would still be trying to figure out what permit I need. This producer here, the executive producer, I can appoint him if I want to, huh? Yes, he and his wife actually, she ordered the cups for me.
Yeah, yeah,
And
beautiful
made
cups.
great suggestions. So we'll meet her along the way too.
Yeah.
Polly, thank
Yes.
you. Bueno,
All
pues
right.
vamos a take a tour.
Let's do a tour. All
Ándale,
right.
qué bonito.
Okay, thank you.
Hi there. The Spanglish Show with Nelson Martinez proudly welcomes our new sponsors. That's right, La Mexicana Tortilla Company. Oh boy, it'll bring you the greatest food and taste and service every time. Thank you to you. And Flor de las Flores Dispensary, your go-to spot for care and good service. Thank you. Gracias for supporting our show and community. Really nice to hear that. Stay tuned and stay connected. Hey, like I said before, this place is loaded with talent. That's right. You can't do a company, boom, if you don't have the talent. And I just bumped into this guy as we're looking around this beautiful warehouse. Meet Mr. Michael Garcia.
Hey there.
Orale, as we say in the
Orale.
Orale. You know what? Not to be driving the camera crazy here. Cameraman crazy. I try to sit still. But I want you to meet this fella because he works here at Lesmens. And to work here, you really got to have that passion of musical instruments and music, period. And he does. I noticed that. And not only does he carry that with him in his heart of hearts, but I noticed he has a good attitude. And that's what you need for the business. Mr. Mark Padilla has a very lucky employee here. Hey, so how did you get here?
How did I get here? So it's kind of a bit of a story. I had a pastor who was renting the upstairs room, and one thing came to another. He referred me to Mr. Mark Padilla, and I came in next week and started working, and ever since then, it's been about 4 years.
4 years you've been here doing this thing.
Yep.
And it takes a little time to learn all this stuff, really. Well,
Definitely.
first of all, you're a guitar specialist, let's call it.
Yes.
Would you
guitar
call it
tech.
Guitar tech? Okay,
yes.
that works for me. And so people drop off their guitars and they've got a little toothache or something, and you take care of business.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, so how long have you been doing this? What kind of DNA do you have here? You just start and say, I'm going to play guitar?
No, it's more of like a generational thing. See, I'm a fourth generation musician, come from a long line of guitar players, singers as well.
Sure.
My dad is really my main inspiration. Saw him growing up, doing the stage and all this, and then I picked up the guitar, and at first I did not like it. I did not like it.
Why?
I think it was because I couldn't get the right sounds that I was hearing.
Oh, right.
Then one
It was
day-
difficult.
It was difficult.
Yeah.
Then one day, I came up to my dad and I was like, "Hey, let me show you something real quick." And it was something that he had never heard before. It was kind of like a new thing, and he was like, "You should do something with that," And then I didn't really take lessons, but my dad taught me everything that he knows, and so from there it kind of just took off.
And would he speak Spanish to you, or not necessarily? Or he'd say,
poquito.
mijito.
Un poquito, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
¿No te decía eso?
Yeah.
Did he tell you
Something
that?
like that,
Ah,
yeah.
I see. He encouraged you.
He encouraged me.
Bless
for
his
sure.
heart.
Yes.
Ay, qué
yes.
suave. Okay, and then what happened?
And then I started buying my own guitars, which my first very beginner guitar, I would say, it had a lot of issues with it. So I learned from there how to work on the guitars,
Sure.
doing the neck adjustments, doing the string changes, keeping the maintenance going on the neck, keeping the life alive.
Sure. Well, that's pretty darn good. And you like the people you work with, obviously.
Of course.
It's not a giant roster of people.
No.
Just a couple of personal friends, and you all are on the same page.
Yep.
And you have to be when you're a musician, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Got to be harmonious as you are. I can tell that. Well, that's nice. I love the story about DNA, man. It's in your family blood there.
Yeah, that's right.
And you work hard here. I know that for sure. I've seen you hustling all over the place. When the boss says, "Hey, Michael, I need a XLR and a 6 foot," and bingo, it's like the genie. Beep, 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 beep. You wiggle your nose, and he's got it. Very nice. Nice to talk to you.
Yes, yes. Another thing that we provide, because Mark has been teaching me how to DJ.
That's right.
We provide DJ services, and I'm one of the DJs. Another DJ that we have here is Mr. Damien Padilla, the grandson. You'll get to talking with him later on.
Sure.
But yeah, so I want to get some DJ equipment. We're selling these new speakers called the MCPs.
Right, we were just looking at them. Yeah,
I have a couple of speakers that I have in mind that I want to get for specific the DJ stuff. So
the DJ stuff.
I'm excited.
They sound fabulous.
They do.
All right, and then you can have a fabulous studio, but if you don't have the technician, forget about it.
Right.
And I think we've got the perfect technician. Bueno,
All
mucho
right.
gusto. And good Godspeed, as they say.
Godspeed.
Mixers, mics, and accessories. Oh my. Yes, indeed. We're into another exciting room here at Lesmens. It's called the mixer. Yeah, if you buy some stuff, not again, it's not an infomercial. I'm just telling you, I'm fascinated with all the services. This room, if you buy something like a mixer and a microphone and all of that, before you walk out the door, they come here and make sure you're a happy camper. That's right. Yeah. Tell us all about that, Mark.
So the way it works is, we sell a lot of speakers, obviously.
Sure.
But to get the speakers the sound that it needs, you need microphones.
Yeah.
You need a good mixer. You need as many channels as you need for a band. And you need the accessories, mic clips, mic stands, everything. That's what we carry in this room here. It's important because you could buy a $20,000 mixer or $20,000 speaker system and buy a really cheap mixer and cheap mics. You have nothing that's going to sound good. You need to keep everything kind of in the same gear which you're going to make it good quality.
Well, that's kind of like if you buy a Cadillac, you don't want ball tires on it,
Yeah,
right?
you want good tires. Yeah, exactly.
You want good tires,
So when you have a band, bands usually a small band, a jazz band might have need an 8-channel mixer, 12-channel mixer. When you get a big rock band that has a drummer, horns, and a whole big thing like that, they might need a 32-channel mixer. So you got to make sure that the customer gets the mixer that they need and the microphones they need.
But you know what? I wish when I was attempting, I guess they'd call me a mariachi wannabe. But anyway, I needed some stuff like this. And had I known, and I should have, my gosh, you've been here 60 years?
Yeah, over 60 years. Yeah.
My goodness, I'd have come here.
Yeah.
Instead, I wanted to learn the guitar. I went over Brandek's place and I bought a guitar, and there it sits in the closet. You have to actually practice.
You got to practice to play. Yeah.
Yeah. So at any rate, I did get this incredible setup. By the way, this podcast, he's the executive producer. I know I've told you that before, but he sets you up, and kind of like this before you, if you buy something from him or whatever. He goes the whole 9 yards, and I appreciate that because
we try to make sure people get what they need.
Yeah, and again, this is not a commercial. I really isn't. I just feel that people like you that maybe have a desire, a passion to be the next Elvis Presley. I don't know, whoever. Yeah, come on in. He'll give you a nice. This guy's got a lot of years behind him, and all of the other folks in here too. And they may say something that'll even encourage you to go further on your musical endeavor.
Yeah.
So,
come in and try the mics. Check out our mixers. Listen to all our speakers because every speaker doesn't sound the same. Everything sounds a little different. And we have battery-powered speakers that sometimes you can't plug in.
I bought that one of them,
So you need battery-powered or you need Bluetooth, whatever you need. We have all the varieties of it, so just come get our knowledge. We've been through it.
That's cool. That's very cool. Well, I appreciate that, and I want to see more of your stuff out here.
Okay.
Did I miss anything in here? Because it's a cool little room.
We'll show some B-roll. We'll show some mics that we carry. We have mixers on that side, and we'll capture some B-roll.
That's excellent. Let's go see.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, if it's been a while since you've been to Lesmens, you might find as you walk in just a little bit different. It's more welcoming, that's for sure. So here we are, the speaker room again, or the something or another.
This is
marvelous.
Our monitor room. We carry our smaller speakers that are battery powered.
Battery powered, imagine that anymore.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And this is our new main entrance. So if you haven't been to Lesmens in a while, you're used to our big entrance on the other side. We're inside our parking lot now. The entrance is there, and it's worked out nice for us. It's been a great change.
You've been doing this for years, as we discussed earlier. My gosh, and it gets better and better. And I don't, as I said, I'm not blowing smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just observing, and I'm just saying, my gosh, it's so organized. And who do you give that all to? Your folks here?
Michael and Damien and Charlie and Polly, and they all
Pitching
put their
in?
effort in.
Well, I can see the heartbeat here.
It's taking
that's for
time,
sure.
but it's getting better and better.
Well, the customers, of course, they find that very comforting to come in and know that they got the expert here.
Yeah, we've been doing it a long time, so just get the knowledge from the guys we have here to help you.
And there's proof that people love to work here.
Yeah.
And the fellow I was privileged to meet, Jorge.
Jorge,
He's been here forever.
He's been here. He just retired, and he's starting to do. He'll still do repairs for us, but he retired about in December, at the end of December. But very talented man. He knows how to fix anything.
Very professional when I met him. I
professional,
mean, I was impressed.
Great musician. He's a great drummer too.
There you go.
You see Jorge play. You want to go see him at what's that place up the street? I'll put the
the Chiron there or whatever. Sure.
Jorge's
but he's a pleasant fellow.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's luck. Luck. Well, the harder you work to find somebody, and the harder you work at caressing those folks that mean a lot to you.
He worked for over 30 years here. Like
there you go. Proof.
37, or I don't know how this long time he worked here.
Proof. Well, I'm anxious to see the rest of the place because you work with the New Mexico film industry as well.
Yes, sure do.
And they come to you to rent something like an old 1950s microphone.
Yes.
I am so impressed.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go take a look.
Well, back at you. Here is a wonderful story that continues to just absolutely thrill me. But as Mark and I were talking, there's so many speakers here, quite frankly, I get a little scared. Like at night, do these things come to life, They talk to each other, hey, Carvin, MPL or whatever it was. But anyway, you've got keyboards, you've got heavy-duty speakers, and they all work fantastically. What's this all about?
So we have a big used section, and we'll show some B-roll of all of it. But we carry speakers, we carry keyboards, we carry banjos, we carry used guitars, we carry electric guitars. Wow. We have used DJ equipment, used rack gear. We have used cases, lots of used cases. Just about everything a musician would use in sound or lighting or video. Yeah. We have camera accessories. We do a little bit of everything. We have used turntables. Little bit of everything here.
A little bit of everything. And that's the movie industry in our state, and God bless that industry that's
been great.
Oh, man, I'm so thrilled to hear them always shooting something.
It's nice because I got to meet a lot of the people, too.
I'll bet you
so
did.
When they shot Breaking Bad, it was kind of nice because my good friend Steven was in the movie.
Steven Michael Quezada.
In the TV show. So I got to, we got to hang out with all the guys all the time.
And now you golf?
We golf all the time.
Golf together? I'm jealous.
Yeah, we golf all the time.
But that's great. And you've met some fine people.
Yeah.
They've rented stuff from you, the movie industry. Let's say they're shooting a movie in the 50s. They call you and they say, we need some 50s microphone or blah, blah, blah.
For instance, they shot Waco, that Waco movie, the guy that the church burned down. I can't remember the name of the movie. Yeah. It was the one in Waco. But we rented all the older looking speakers and all the older looking horns. Wow. Pianos, all for their set. And it works out really good. I mean, they rent it for like 2-3 months. I mean, it's good money for us.
Sure,
and,
pays the rent.
Pays the rent, helps. The film industry's been great for New Mexico.
That's wonderful. I love hearing that. And it looks like it's going to continue to thrive.
Yeah, it does, and we do props too. So we have a prop in our same used area section on this side in the back. We have props, and we'll show you some videos and pictures of that. Where we have old keyboards.
Old keyboards, that's so fascinating,
old
my
cameras.
Gosh. Yeah.
Old cameras from your day, too.
From my day, let me tell you, my mom had one of those little cameras up there, a Kodak something or another. It's there, and I would just...
Look at the old PV speakers. Yeah. Old microphones. We have old RCA mics, old Neumann mics, really old... Telefunken mics, really cool stuff.
And it's good that, it makes me feel good. That it may sound like a commercial, but I keep saying it's not. I just want people to know this is available. I had no idea. I'm a lifelong New Mexican. Yeah. I knew Lesmens as I'm driving by. Yeah. And here it is.
It's a really cool facility. I bought it in 2001, and it's 18,000 square feet, so it's really big. A lot of people, when they walk in...
Say that again. 18,000 square feet.
So when I first bought it, the store I came from was 4,500 square feet. So it's like, we came into these giant.
But that question is, how do you manage it? It's so neat. Everything's placed perfectly.
You know, good employees. You know, employees.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah,
I tried to.
employees are the key to everything
Of
you
course.
do. You know, you have good employees. I have a great wife.
Yes.
She's my partner in the business.
And shy.
She's very shy.
And-
She'd be on camera, but she has a little throat problem.
Oh,
today.
sure, no
But
problem.
she's a sweetheart, and she keeps me in line for buying too much stuff, although it's not working all the time. If you look around and say, this guy's crazy.
And you have another one who's very busy today. Damien's your grandson.
Yeah. We're trying to get him on camera in a little bit. We'll see what he
Yeah, he's a little shy, but hey, but he's a smart kid. I've already told him. Well, I shouldn't call him a kid, but already I had a person that came in to look for a guitar or something, and he said, "Wow, he was so knowledgeable."
Yeah, very knowledgeable.
You know, and they talked to another guy, and I
Yeah.
guess it was Michael. You know, that any question I had, they were right
Yeah,
on.
so Damien knows his stuff. He's been here for, I don't know, 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Michael's been 4 years, I think. Charlie's been here the least amount of time, about a year maybe. But the cool thing about Charlie, he's been around the block.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
he's recorded with some major bands. He's been on major tours with artists all around the world. He helped us with, he did a TV show called The After Party with Steven Michael Quezada, but he was also one of the guys that helped on the sound and stuff on that show. He's worked with Jada Pickett, you know. He's really worked with a lot
In
of
other
people.
words, he's worth his weight in gold.
He's worth his weight in gold.
Well, yeah, I've met him. It's another pleasant employee of
Very
yours,
nice
that's
guy
for
and
sure.
Good people. And we have the studio upstairs. We'll probably go see that in a little while. And that's where Charlie loves to work at.
Oh yeah, the green screen and all that.
He does mostly the audio recording, but
And
Michael helps with the green
And you
screen.
send him out when, let's say, a big band comes to
Yeah,
town
like
and they rent these giant speakers of yours.
Like last week, we just did Roberto Grego at the
Route 66?
Route 6 Visitor
Yeah,
Center.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
Roberto Grego, Mickey Cruz, and who's the other band? And Black Pearl.
Wow.
And Black Pearl's a really killer band. They have a lot of
stuff going.
musicians, and they sound great. All three of the bands are amazing. you know.
Oh, yeah.
And Roberto sounds great. Still sounds good.
Always,
You know?
he's an old
Yeah.
salt, as they say.
Yeah.
Keep it up, Roberto.
Yeah, keep up that. All the musicians in Albuquerque, keep up that hard work. You guys make New Mexico proud.
There you go, president of the New Mexico Hall of Fame, let me tell you. Yeah. I was going to say something about Roberto Griego that continues to, elevate and with his voice. He's an icon.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And he's also in one of our episodes.
Yes,
And you listen to him and crank it up, just Google Roberto Griego.
I've only played one gig in the past probably 40 years. And it was with Roberto Grego.
Yeah.
I didn't play guitar for him. I played before him with Vicente Grego.
And let's talk about that. He's a musician as well. My gosh, you play
yeah.
guitar, you have CDs out, the whole deal.
Yeah.
It's downloadable, if you will.
Yeah, downloadable. I'm working with Christine Villanueva.
V, yeah.
Christine V. She's a world of talent.
Hi there. The Spanglish Show with Nelson Martinez proudly welcomes our new sponsors. That's right, La Mexicana Tortilla Company. Oh boy, it'll bring you the greatest food and taste and service every time. Thank you to you and Flor de las Flores Dispensary, your go-to spot for care and good service. Thank you. Gracias for supporting our show and community. Really nice to hear that. Stay tuned and stay connected.